In this video, we're going to look at charts and altcoins as a different way of finding an indicator to see how long this bull run can still potentially continue to run up and at which levels I'm going to start getting really cautious and start removing initial and taking profits because the risk is getting too high. What's up guys, Dirk here from intelligentcryptocurrency.com. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. That way you do get updates whenever I publish a new video. And if you want to get an email whenever I publish a new video to notify you that way, to get on my email list, simply sign up for my free masterclass. It's the first link in the description below. Sign up for that, you get on my email list, and then every time I publish a new video, I'll send you an email. That's an easy way to stay notified. Alright, so it's been a couple of days since the last video, and what I've been looking at in previous videos is we're just looking at different charts and cycle extremes of what happened the last time as a way to try and figure out, we're looking at cycle lengths, we're looking at all sorts of things to try and see how much longer is there potentially left in this bull run, because as we know, as I've shown you many times, the last section of the bull run is the parabolic phase, the last 30 days, the last 60 days, when the price action can double or triple in a matter of a few weeks, maybe even more in the case of altcoins. And obviously selling too early and missing out on the parabolic run would leave a lot of potential profits on the table. But again, holding on to things too long and riding it all the way down and seeing a 30, 40, 50% crash or more is obviously also detrimental. So it becomes a very fine balance of, wanting to stay in but not being too greedy and getting out at the right time. And that's all that we're trying to do. We're trying to figure that out. Now, individual coins may pump, some may outperform others, but the key thing to watch is the larger cycle, because as long as the bull run continues, most coins are going to go up. But once the bull run is finished and we start getting that crash, everything is going to go down together and crash together. So that's why I'm focusing on the larger picture as the main focus rather than specific coin reviews and things like that. So as you've seen the last couple of days, we had a pullback and the whole market pretty much pulled back, right? It's easy to see 20-30% pullbacks, and then it's always like you feel the panic and the worry about that. But if you have a longer term plan, this is still part of the correction, and no bull run is going to go up without these 10, 20, 30, 50% corrections within it. And obviously, if you're watching the short-term charts, or if you have too much invested, or if you're leveraged or anything like that, then these pullbacks are brutal and they can cause panic. And if you don't have a plan and you are simply reacting to the market and you panic sell whenever it drops 20 or 30% because you get scared, that is the easiest way to lose money, because you start buying high, it drops and you panic sell, and then it goes higher, you FOMO back in, it drops, you panic sell, and before you know it, you lose all your money. So this is why it's important to have a longer term plan, to stay within your risk capital, so that the money that you have invested, it doesn't cause you to stay up at night. It doesn't cause you stress. If you can't sleep at night because of the crypto volatility, you have too much invested, right? So it's important to stay within all those risk management parameters, and that way it's easier to stay on top of things. So let's look at some charts, starting with Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is currently at just over $2,000, and it is struggling with this level. But Ethereum has been lagging Bitcoin so much, and what I mean by that is that the price of Bitcoin has gone 3x the all-time high. So 20,000, it went to 60,000 already. But Ethereum hasn't even done a 2x of the old high. The old high was 1,420, I think. So even just a 2x of the old high would be $2,800, and we haven't even gotten above 2,200 yet. So it's struggling with this $2,000 level, and I feel like it's really lagging. Now that isn't a surprise, because even in the last cycle, Bitcoin moved first and the altcoins played catch up towards the later, say, 6 months of the entire cycle. So it was an 18-month cycle. In the last 6 months is when we saw the altcoins really come to life. So the fact that altcoins, yes, there's a lot of them that have already done 10x or 20x or even 100x from those lows in March. But in general, looking at Ethereum, we haven't even had a 2x yet. So that leads me to believe there is still a lot more upside to come for altcoins. And I would expect Ethereum or Ether to do at least a 3x, just like Bitcoin has already done. So 3 times 1420, the old high, would be $4,200. So I would expect Ether to hit $4,200 this bull run. And there's a lot of projections and targets way higher than that. Some people saying 10, 15, 20,000. I don't know. It's not impossible. Anything can happen in crypto. Seems like a little bit of a stretch for me. Even 10K seems a little bit of a stretch for me. But I would say $4,000 per ETH is a realistic target for the bull run if we get some sort of parabolic blow off, which is still at least a 2x from here. Now, you have to keep in mind also that when Ethereum, which is the second largest by market cap, if that does a 2x, then we can expect many altcoins to possibly do another 5, 10, 20x from now, which is obviously would be very, very lucrative, right? So what I'm seeing here, just looking at the chart, I've just drawn a little projection here. You can see over here, this $2,000 level has been a real struggle. Okay, we first hit it for the first time in February, then we went from $2,000 all the way back to $1,300, a huge sell-off. Tried to test it again, another sell-off, and this time we actually broke through it, and right now we are testing it, and there's a chance maybe now it becomes a support, and then from here we can finally launch and go towards maybe that $4,000 level, and maybe we'll see that in the next few months. It's completely possible. We are seeing the balance of ETH on exchanges is dropping a lot, okay? Meaning people are buying up ETH and taking them off exchanges. So the supply is getting lower and lower. The bull run is still continuing, and I do expect at some point, like I said, Ethereum to really take off. And my target for Ethereum for this bull run would be at least $4,000. So obviously I can't guarantee it's going to get there, but I think based on everything, that would be a reasonable target for Ether to hit. And that means until Ethereum hits that level, that means the other altcoins and the whole bull run in general is not yet complete, which means that the prices of everything should get a lot higher. So purely based on charts also, one of the things that I'm watching is the old 2017 projects and the coins from then that had these crazy parabolic runs. I am looking at those as a sort of indicator or benchmark for how long we still have to go for the bull run. So that would be coins like, for example, NEO, ICX, ARK. We'll look at a few of them. And you can see where the price action is. So this is NEO, and NEO hit almost $200, just over $200 in the peak of the 2017 bull run. At this point in time, we're only about 30% of the way back there. And I think that for a lot of these 2017 coins, it is reasonable or realistic. I think there's a decent chance that the price is going to go back to those old 2017 highs in US dollar value. I don't know about Satoshi value in Bitcoin, because obviously Bitcoin is a lot higher. But in US dollar value, I really think it is possible, meaning that there's still at least a 3x in these coins in the crypto market in general, which means, you know, there's potential for at least a 3x of a portfolio, which compared to any other market is obviously still very, very significant. So I think by watching these and seeing if these coins start to get near their old all-time highs, that is when I'm going to start getting cautious, and that's when I think it's really a good time to remove initial take profits. Who knows? Maybe this could even double the all-time high, right? There are coins, and I'll show you in a second, that have already more than doubled their previous old highs, and maybe it's still possible with some of these coins too. But once the price action gets back there, for these coins that have been lagging, I think that's a time to start getting cautious. So we're seeing here, we still have a 3x to go in NEO. If we look at ICX, for example, similar situation. The old high was $13. We're just at 247. So we're not even at 20% here for ICX. There is still a potential 5x here just to go back to the old high. And you can see it's just starting to build up. Same thing with ARK, right? $2.36. The old high was basically $11, just over 10. So again, a 4x back to the previous highs. And you can start to look at all these different coins, even BitShares, which is basically pretty much a dead project from what I can tell. There's very little contribution, if any, still to it, but it's still here. You can see that high was just about $1. We're at 12 cents, but we've already rallied up from 2 cents, so it's already done like almost a 6x. But you can see over here, even if this starts getting to 30, 40 cents, I still think there's still like a 4 or 5x potential, even in BitShares. So looking at these altcoins from 2017 and looking at their price action, once that starts getting closer towards their old highs, I think that's a very good indicator of how this bull run is progressing, and at which point it's time to start getting a lot more cautious, because at those points the risk level becomes a lot higher, in my opinion. If we have a look at XRP, for example, it just crossed the dollar level. It's just a little bit back down below it. But again, similar things are happening. And this is what happens in the bull run. It's not necessarily about fundamentals of any sort. It's not about how good the team is or whatever. Basically, in a general bull run, and when the market starts going parabolic, all this money flowing into altcoins basically just finds a level. Just like if you pour water into something, it just finds a level. And if there's coins that haven't pumped yet, you know, the money flows into those coins, and that's why all altcoins, as a result of this money inflow, just start to move higher. And I think even like XRP, you know, even though there was this drama with the SEC and the delistings and all that kind of stuff, the fact that it's still trading still allows money to flow into it, and we'll probably see this going back to those old highs too, which is still a 3x from here. You can see it's starting to move, and once it moves that 3 or 4x from here, it could happen in a matter of a few weeks once it really starts to pump. And obviously one of the things we have to watch for that is the Bitcoin dominance, which currently, moving over to this, has broken down below this low of August 2020, right? So you can see over here, we're trading at under 57%. We have just started breaking down here. If this starts to really break down in the next few weeks, we could see a massive altcoin season. And I still lean towards the possibility of some sort of local top in May, right? It doesn't mean the bull run has to be finished in May, but I'm still leaning towards a massive pump the next few weeks. And this is also backed by the fact that Q2 historically is very good for crypto. April and May are generally very good for Bitcoin performance and for crypto performance in general. April, May, also good for altcoins. So if this really does start to sell off in the Bitcoin dominance like we saw over here at the end of the 2017 cycle, well, then we could really start to see that pump, and then a lot of these old altcoins could start moving towards their old highs like I've shown you. And at that point, I think it's time to start getting very cautious, because at that point we might have some sort of top or correction where we could see 40, 50, 60% pullback in the coming months after that, and then potentially follow up with a further high towards the end of the year to complete the 4-year cryptocurrency bull run cycle. So that is kind of what I'm looking at. We'll keep an eye on this dominance. We'll keep an eye on the old altcoins. And as this progresses, you know, we're going to keep doing these updates. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and get on my email list so I can send you an email every time I upload a new video and send you updates whenever I think something important is happening. To do that, simply just sign up for the free masterclass, first link in the description, and you'll get on my email list that way. One more thing, if you want to have the best chance of success with crypto and making the most out of this bull run, I highly recommend you join my Intelligent Cryptocurrency program. Okay, it's a membership, it's got courses, it's got tutorials, but above all, it has a Discord chat group, so you get direct access to me. I'm in there every single day, but we've also got over 600 members in there, and every single day we're looking at the prices, we're looking at levels to exit, we're looking at new coins, we're looking at new opportunities, we're helping each other out with tech support and tutorials and new things that are developing in the DeFi space and the NFT space and everything like that. So really, if you are invested in crypto and you have more than a few $1,000s invested, joining my community really is a no-brainer. Even just a single tip can make you back the membership in a matter of weeks. Okay, like every single month I write a newsletter where I share 1 or 2 different coins that I think have high potential upside. And for example, last month in March, we covered the project Woo. Since writing about it in the newsletter, the coin has gone up almost 200%. So even just having invested $500 into Woo at the time of the newsletter would have paid for the year's subscription, and that is already just one benefit. You also get access to my own buy and sell movements in real time. Basically, if you do anything in crypto and you have more than a few grand invested, this is going to be a no-brainer to invest in, and you have a 60-day money-back guarantee. So for all that info, again, you'll get it if you sign up for the free masterclass. First link in the description, you'll be able to see how you can join IC and get the best chance of success for crypto. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, get on the email list on the free masterclass, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.